Welcome back to Home Video Hangouts. I'm Cody, and Prime Day has started. I'm here to share all the great deals on Amazon's Prime Day with you. And in this video, we're starting out just with all the movie and 4K deals. And oh my gosh, guys, there are so many movie deals. My head is spinning. There are so many awesome 4K deals here on everything from box sets, TV series, Blu-ray box sets. And a lot of these I have in my collection already, so I know a lot of these are great releases. And so this whole video is going to be just dedicated to going over the movie and TV series deals specifically. So let's dive right into it. And then in the description below, I'll have all of these linked that I'm sharing with you, so you can go and check these out yourself. And then throughout the day, I'll be sharing more deals with you in other categories as well, like TVs, sound bars, everything else like that you might be interested in. But let's start with the movies here. So first of all, we have the Dark Knight trilogy on 4K. I have this myself. It's an incredible release. Has all the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight releases in here, and I think this is the best way to buy this series is this 4K box set. So definitely check that one out for $30 for those movies. Then we have the Lord of the Rings extended and theatrical release for the whole 4K trilogy. So $60 may sound like quite a bit for just three 4K movies, but this is, again, an incredible release. There's a lot of special features and extra things here too. I have this set myself, and this really is a great deal on this one. So another one I would recommend right here. Then we have Back to the Future, the trilogy. So this is less than $10 a movie here, which is an incredible deal. I have this same box set myself. And so I've watched two of the three movies here. They've both been great quality, great releases. Can't complain about the audio or visual quality there at all. So again, I'd say this is probably the best way to pick up that trilogy if you're interested in the 4K releases. Then here we have a Batman 4K film collection. So this one has multiple movies in it from the older series, and this is only $39.99. So again, not a bad price per movie there, about $10. We have a Dune 2 film collection. So if you're into the Dune movies, that could be a good way to get a decent deal on both of those. Comes out to, probably $17 or $18 each, which those are pretty recent movies, so not too bad. Here's the Office Complete series, one of the greatest comedy shows ever, in my opinion. And $32.99 for all those seasons, all those episodes, not too bad of a deal. Then here we have the Jurassic World Ultimate Collection. So if you're into Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World films, I would definitely check this out because it has 6 movies in it. I believe this might be the same one that I have, but I know that all these releases are great. Some people don't like the Jurassic World movies as much, but I think the whole series is fun to watch. And for how many movies are included here, again, incredible deal at $42.99. Here's the James Bond collection for $56.99. This has 24 films, so $56.99, not a bad deal at all at 50% off. I have this in my collection too. I picked this up at a half price books used, but this is an incredible deal for picking it up new. Then we have Nightmare on Elm Street. I purchased this recently, but $20 for the 7 films on Blu-ray is not a bad deal at all, in my opinion. I watched just the first one of these recently, and I enjoyed watching it for the first time, so definitely check that out. Here's Gladiator with Russell Crowe. $17.99 for that. That's not the best deal I've ever seen, but if you've been wanting to pick this one up, it is a good movie. I noticed when I watched this, it has a lot of grain in it, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but the movie itself is awesome. The soundtrack on the 4K is pretty awesome. Then we have the Terminator 6 film collection here. So I've heard that a lot of the releases on 4K, or at least the T2 release on 4K, is not very good. So picking up all of these on Blu-ray in this collection could be the best way to go for the Terminator series. Now, this is a fun one I wanted to include, the Ed, and Eddie Complete series. I watched this show as a kid on Cartoon Network, and I thought that's pretty cool. You could pick up the whole thing in a DVD set here. So just want to throw that in there. Then we have the Chucky 7 movie collection. Chucky movies are a lot of fun. So you have 7 whole movies on Blu-ray in there. Pretty cool packaging, and that's $24.49. Then here we have the Spider-Verse 2 movie collector's edition. This is Ultra HD release. If you look a little closer at it, has some special stuff in here, some comic books, has a vinyl record, So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool release they have there. If you're a big fan of those movies, this could be something special to have in your collection. It's 55.49, which is more than half off. And we have Oppenheimer. You can't complain at all about that price. 14.99 for Oppenheimer, with how this one was hard to find in the stores or anywhere for a while. Got a lot of fanfare. It's a great 4K release, both in terms of audio and visuals. And so, incredible deal there. Pick that up for sure. And The Thing, incredible deal here too. I picked this up recently, and I mean, 10.99 for that movie is just unheard of a lot of the time. So definitely check that one out. That's one I would pick up for sure. And then here we have the James Bond Daniel Craig 5 film collection. That's 34.99, over 60% off. Again, getting multiple movies there. If you go for that James Bond Blu-ray collection I mentioned earlier, these films will be included in there. But if you want these ones on 4K, not a bad way to go at all. And Titanic for 17.99. That's one of the lowest prices I've seen on that one. I paid more for that when I picked it up at Barnes and Noble at one point on sale. So definitely an incredible deal there. And this is a stunning 4K release too. They did a really good job of this release. It's visually awesome. Great soundtrack too. This is a pretty good 4K set as well, with Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End. So 19.99 for that, not too bad. The Universal Classic Monsters complete 30 film collection. Think about how many movies are in that. That's a pretty great deal. This is just a Blu-ray, I believe, but definitely check that one out if you like some of those older horror films. Here's the Alfred Hitchcock collection as well. So here you have 4 films for $33.99. Not a bad price per film when they're 4Ks like that. Then we also have the Matrix trilogy, and this is $24.99 for the 3 films in the trilogy. Not a bad deal there if you're trying to pick up all of those. I have them individually myself. And the original Jaws is on 4K for $11.99 here. That's a big discount also. So definitely worth checking that one out if you're a fan of the Jaws series. They have some discounts on some of the other Jaws movies for Prime Day as well. And here is a Superman collection. We got 5 films, so $64.99 for 5 films. Not too bad of a deal either. These aren't films that I'm a big fan of myself, but if you enjoy them, I've heard these releases are good. Here's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, classic sci-fi movie there for only $12.99. That's a great deal. Then we have The Goonies. I picked this one up recently, and that's an incredible deal again, $10.99. Big discount there too. Then we have The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. Great acting in that one. So that one's $14.99. Can't complain about that deal. And The Shining. The Shining could be a good one to pick up. $11.99 for that classic horror movie. I would definitely recommend that. And Blade Runner, The Final Cut. Blade Runner is a great movie too. And while I'm not a big fan of the movie myself in terms of how long it is and kind of the plot and everything, I do know that this is a good 4K release. 2001: A Space Odyssey. I have this in my collection. I watched this one a number of months ago, and it is one of the best 4K releases out there in terms of visuals. So $12.99 is again an incredible release for that one, or incredible price for that one. And Mad Max Fury Road is only $11.99. I know we had the Furiosa movie come out recently, which was somewhat disappointing, but this is still a great movie for $11.99. And Beetlejuice, we got the new Beetlejuice movie coming out soon, so it could be a good time to pick up this original one on 4K for $12.99. I know I picked it up recently. And The Beekeeper, this one was in the theaters recently and was an awesome movie. I really enjoyed it. So $19.99 for The Beekeeper is a pretty good deal. Wizard of Oz, $10.99 on 4K. I picked that up recently, as you could see, and definitely a cool one to have on 4K. Inception, crazy movie for $11.99. Definitely some good visuals and good action on that one, so definitely worth checking that one out. Here's the Kubrick 3 film collection, so another good way to pick up 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Shining, and Full Metal Jacket. These all individually are on sale with Amazon, but if you want all of them, this is probably the way to go. Save some space on your shelves and get some extras in there. Here's the Mummy trilogy. I have this one too. That's again incredible price for getting that new $26.99. Can't recommend that one enough. Those releases are awesome, great fun movies. Here's the another Alfred Hitchcock collection. This one has 5 movies for $34.99. That's a great deal too. And the Batman, love that movie, love that 4K release. $12.99 is a great deal there. All right, and then Conjuring, the 7 film collection, $16. I picked this up a while back, I think on Black Friday last year, and probably the best way to pick up all of these movies. Definitely great movies in the Conjuring universe if you like horror. And here's the Matrix 4-film Deja Vu collection. So if you want all 4 films, this is a great deal for getting that. And Ready Player One, awesome movie, one you got to have on 4K. You got to see on 4K because it just has incredible visuals. That's $11.99. Don't want to miss that one. Here's Full Metal Jacket, another Stanley Kubrick one, $10.99. Picking it up individually if you don't want that box set I showed you. Shawshank Redemption, got this one recently myself. $10.99 is a great deal on that one too for a classic movie. Green Mile, another classic movie I picked up recently, $10.99 as well. Can't beat that price either. Pulp Fiction, just watched this the other night for the first time. Kind of a bizarre movie, but not a bad one. $15.99 is a pretty decent price for that 4K. Here's the Rocky Knockout Collection. So $36.99 gets you 4 movies. Again, great deal for some 4Ks there. Here is Star Trek, the original series, the complete series on Steelbook. So if you're a Star Trek fan, that would be a pretty awesome release to have. $44.49 for that one. Here's the Transformers Limited Edition Steelbook 6-movie collection. That's a little expensive, but getting all those Steelbooks would be pretty awesome if you're a fan of the Transformers series. So not a bad idea there. And here is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, pretty recent movie. That one's $18.98. Has some great action in that one, great visual effects. Here's Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. This one goes on sale every once in a while, but another classic martial arts movie for only $12.99. And the Super Mario Brothers movie, Collectible Steelbook. If you're a fan of that one, the Collectible Steelbook is an awesome way to go. They really did a great job with that Steelbook. I've seen it in person, and it's a lot of fun to have that in your collection. And Scarface, I picked this up just the other day too. $10.99 for that one. Classic movie. The Exorcist, $13.99 if you want to have that classic horror movie on 4K. American Graffiti is $11.99, another kind of classic movie. The Lost Boys is $11.99. I really enjoy that one. I watched it on 4K not long ago too. Training Day, I picked this up during Best Buy's clearance, and this one's $12.99. So Training Day is a great action movie if you like kind of those cop thriller movies. Inglourious Bastards, I picked this one up recently, but I haven't watched it yet, but $10.99 is an incredible deal for that too. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, got to have that one in your collection. That one's $11.99 too. Pacific Rim, some incredible robot action in this one. $10.99 for that is another great deal. Definitely got to watch that one again soon because it has some awesome action sequences. And 300, I watched that one a few months back and has a lot of grain, but $10.99 isn't too bad of a deal for that. And Fright Night, $20.99 for the Steelbook. That's probably one of the lowest prices I've seen on that one. 1917 for $10.99, incredible deal there. Got to pick up that movie. Just watching that one with the one continuous camera shot is really cool. Definitely a unique film. Pan's Labyrinth, picked this one up recently too for $11.99. Very interesting movie. It's Spanish with English subtitles, but I've heard it's a great movie. Blue Beetle, pretty recent action superhero movie for $12.99. I picked it up, but still need to watch it. And the Riddick collection on Blu-ray, I picked this one up too not long ago. $14.99 is a pretty good deal for that one. And the original Matrix on its own, $11.99. I'm probably going to buy this one because that's one of the last movies I need for my collection. And Blade, $14.99 is not too bad of a deal for that one. Starship Troopers, classic there, $15.49. And Groundhog Day, another classic. This is a Steelbook limited edition release for $19.99. Friday the 13th, 8-movie collection on Blu-ray. Some of these are on 4K, but if you want all of them on Blu-ray, not a bad set here. Talk to Me for $15.99. I'll probably buy this one as well, as that is an incredible horror movie. Apollo 13, I have this one in my collection. I watched that not long ago, and that's a great 4K release also. Did a really good job with that one. And Joker for 11.99, great drama kind of movie that in the Batman universe. Thanksgiving for 17.49. I need to watch this one still, so I might consider picking that up. Black Hawk Down is 15.49. Incredible Atmos soundtrack on that one. Definitely worth checking that movie out on 4K. And Event Horizon, still need to watch this one because I have it in my collection. It's 16.49. I've heard it's a cool sci-fi horror movie. Megan on 4K, 11.99. Awesome movie there. Gotta see that one. Great humor, great action sequences in that one. Evil Dead Rise, pretty brutal, scary horror movie for 14.99 on 4K. Brawl in Cell Block 99. I picked this one up just the other day. It's still on sale for $8.99. Super low price for a 4K, and I've heard that's a good movie. Planet Earth 2, $16.99. That's a big discount on that one, so definitely check that out because that's a pretty incredible deal there. Quiet Place Part 1, $13.99. Great movie. Love that one. Quiet Place Part 2, $16.49. Both those have great Atmos soundtracks. I think they're Atmos soundtracks, but they sound great regardless. Jimmy Neutron, the complete series. Great kids series here. Another one I watched as a kid, so I wanted to include here just for fun. Imaginary, definitely need to pick this one up myself. That was an awesome movie in the theater. Don't know if it's going to get a 4K release. I hope it does, but I might pick up the Blu-ray. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's a little expensive for that one, but great movie nonetheless. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie collection for $22.99. I picked that up from Best Buy on their clearance as well. Great movies there. And the Godfather trilogy is $32.99 on 4K. So heard good things about those too. Need to watch them still. And the Tremors 7 movie collection on DVD. Even though there's DVDs, I'm tempted to pick those up because they're fun movies. No Hard Feelings. I watched that one when it came out. That was a good one too. Great comedy for $13.99. And Brad Pitt's Bullet Train. This is a steelbook for $30.49. If you really like that movie, I've heard the steelbook's pretty cool. Get Out, awesome movie here as far as horror movies go. Very highly rated movie for $9.99 on 4K. Awesome deal. Blue Planet 2, another great documentary type series for $13.99 on 4K. And Paramount Scares Volume 1, multiple movies here with some collectibles included for $74.49. And Smile, $15.49 for that one. I have the steelbook of this, but it's an awesome movie, and I know there's a sequel coming out before too long. And Mother is $14.99. So if you're into horror movies, could be a good one there too. But those are all of the movie deals I wanted to highlight. There's so many more out there. Check out the link in the description below to see all of Amazon's movie deals going on right now and take advantage of these Prime deals. You don't want to miss out on these. Prime Day is just today and tomorrow, and the deals will change today and tomorrow. So keep an eye on the channel. I'm going to be making a lot of posts about other deals going on, but I wanted to highlight these movie deals first to make sure you can take advantage of these. But check them out in the description below. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I'll keep you updated with all the latest Prime deals. Thanks for watching.